Hello, Tim is here. I want to play some more of Repel the Rifts. So we seem to have unlocked every single hero. So last time I played with Researcher and I won using only Surges. I heavily relied on the Toxic Protocol, it saved me a lot of times. But I also was completely forgetting to improve the fire rate of my towers up until like the middle of the game. So I was kind of shooting myself in the foot. I am curious to see whether I can do it without Toxic Protocol, just using only Surges. But at least wave number 3 is really problematic, so we'll probably have to use Toxic Protocol or a heater to deal with wave number 3. Let's have a look at the other two heroes. So Surveyor has more health than Researcher, less than the Mechanic, has the highest damage so far, 48, the amount of damage inflicted. It doesn't say here whether the damage is melee or ranged, so cannot know that. 140 max energy, 20 regen. So the worst amount of energy out of the first three. Starting towers: Refinery, Tremor, and Crusher, which is a very interesting combination. So I believe Tremor is the strongest tower in the game. It might have changed since demo, so need to give it a look, a test. But I think Solo Tremor is totally possible way to go. Solo Crusher will be difficult before you get the upgrade that gives them area of effect damage. What are the skills? Deploys a refinery without paying any ore costs. Oh wow. Refine a tower, granting it the prospect effect on hit. Prospect 10% chance to gain 100 ore on every hit. Terraform consumes 25 ore as an additional cost. Select an unoccupied tile to be terraformed. The tile height will be changed randomly and have 35 chance to discover an anomaly. If the tile already has an anomaly, reroll the anomaly. I see. Power of Money consumes 30 ore as an additional cost. Increases stats of all towers within 5x5 area for 10 seconds. Damage, rate of fire, and critical rate. Okay. And what about the Pathfinder? 625 health, 55 damage, the highest damage, and the second highest energy gain. Has a blockade, has an overwatch, and has a lancer. That is a tricky hero. By the way, do you have any passives? Starts with 150 more ore. Okay. Well, you do need it because Tremor is very expensive. Crusher, I believe, also not is the cheapest tower, so you do need that. Skills. Snipes the demon with the highest HP for 8x damage. This attack can critically strike. Siege mode. Enter siege mode. While active, splash radius is set to 0.25, range is increased by 2, damage is reduced by 60%, and rate of fire is reduced by 35%. Enter the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder enters flow state and receives 50% increased rate of fire. Cost 1 energy every second to maintain flow state. Okay, deploys a temporary gravity field that lasts 15 seconds and apply it way down. Reduces movement speed by 20% of the DMs. So, it seems to me that Pathfinder might be all about Pathfinder. So Overwatch is a weak tower by itself. Very expensive, very weak, but gives an area of effect damage, area of effect that increases the damage taken by all the demons. And Lancer was bugging in the demo, so it was not piercing well. The piercing penalty was applying in a wrong way, so the damage was falling off way too quick, and sometimes it just wasn't doing any damage. And well, blockade doesn't do any damage before you get to a special upgrade, so that seems to be a tricky hero. Let's try to win around with Surveyor, probably with solo Tremors. Although solo Tremors and free refineries that we can get from the skills. And if we succeed, I would try Pathfinder. So we go in difficulty 5. We don't use any techs, so my techs are reset completely because I don't want to get any, let's say, cheats. So difficulty 5, the Surveyor, wrong button, launch. She has an axe, so I would assume that it is a melee character. Range 1. Okay. Damage type kinetic, damage 48, rate of fire 42. 042. Okay. So Tremor deals 40 damage, which is enough to deal with the first wave, enough to deal with the third wave, and the second wave will be killed in 2 hits. Should be sufficient. I think I would be able to put to have 2 hits. Okay. Okay, maybe not. The fire rate is not that high, so if Watchers are a little bit faster. Yeah, let's have another one for safety. The terrain is not interesting at all. So the first type of terrain, the shortest path possible. Now also whatever I choose, it's only free tiles of path. So no problems to deal with this one. Hounds are problematic. So first of all, they are faster. They're not slow. Second, 170 health needs 5 hits from the tower. So I will need to upgrade the tower, but I will not have sufficient amount of ore. I can do that. We will skip, and it gives us enough money to upgrade this Tremor. A bit higher fire rate, now dealing 90 damage, so now we kill these hounds in 2 attacks. I can sell that, but it won't be enough to afford another Tremor. So let's just go and see. Okay, not that bad. That is beautiful. Free level up. Now, that seems new. I don't think I have ever seen this icon, or at least not with this background. And 8 ore for the common item. For the common upgrade also is not something I remember. So what we are aiming for, we definitely need fire rate. We will benefit from damage percent because our damage is quite high, so percentual increase will be giving us meaningful increase in real damage. So fire rate and damage percent probably our most important upgrades for now. And I also would like to increase the energy generation. That is also... that I can buy right away. Good. This is Fiends with Aegis. Should be alright. I think the Aegis will be expiring in between the hits of the tower. So hopefully... Yes. I'm hitting them. I'm not losing any DPS on that. At least not until they arrive there. Okay. Okay, that will probably solve the game for me. If I take a heuristic processor, I'm pretty sure I will win. That will give us more energy. And we want more energy to get more refineries. So let me go with this one. A little bit more interesting. Let me put another refinery here. Let me put another Tremor in here. And then we need to buy that. This is all right, but not that good. This pays back in like 5 turns. Okay, since it's there, let's take it. I'm... This is good. The fire rate is what I need on Tremors, but tower here will only have 2 tiles covered, while here I have more coverage, and two dig sites is not a bad idea. So I have enough damage on the second level Tremor to take away all the shield, but not enough damage to kill with one hit. But 2 of them side by side should be dealing with this wave, no problem. This one, 520 shield, requires 5 hits from this one. They are slow. They regenerate shield. Okay. Definitely this one. Okay, a little bit more damage, a little bit better fire rate. Oh, they're fast. Okay, we're all right. Good. Now that will be tricky. I like this terrain, but Tremors don't cover it that well, so this is actually quite useless. Let's go that. Okay, shockwaves liquefy the ground, attacks apply the quagmire debuff. This demon takes 7 damage per second and movement speed is reduced by 10% for 6 seconds. And there are a lot of upgrades in the shop that can increase the quagmire effect with, I think, more stacks, more damage, more duration. So this is a very strong thing with a lot of damage it can deal. Still, our current preoccupation is with these boxers. Too much health they have. So this thing's supposed to be permanent, I believe. Refine a tower, granting it the prospector effect on hit. 10% chance to gain 1 ore on every hit. Okay, on every hit of a tower, not every hit of a demon, right? Because if I do area of effect damage and I hit 100 of demons with 1 hit, will it be 1 ore or 100 ore? I guess we can check. I think it's per hit on demon, because it definitely goes more than 1 at some steps. Okay, so we actually want it. What is better? Okay, the answer is it's better to buy upgrades, because I cannot upgrade the tower anymore. I would rather go for more speed, fire rate. So let's say this costs 63, this costs 70. 63 is divisible by 7, which is good. It means we are paying 9 ore for 1 unit of damage. Here we get 8%. 8% of even 113, although, let me see, damage is increased by 12%. Also, I already have, okay. It's better to buy and see the result. So from 113, we will go to 120. So we got 7 damage, but we paid 70 instead of 63. Okay. Currently, this is a better deal of damage per ore. But very soon, the percent damage will become a better value. I thought I locked it. I didn't. Tremors rate of fire increased by 10%. That is something I really want. But I am not sure I will survive to see it. No. I will not survive to see it. It was nice knowing you guys. Tremors didn't do it. Let's try again. Boxers are too scary. That is a good terrain for Tremor. Like there is only one type of terrain that is better, is when these two tiles are also path, when it goes all the way like that. I do need a tower that would cover the tile in front of the commander to deal with the stragglers who managed to pass my main towers. That is a good tile for Tremor. Let's go with that. Yes, I am sometimes getting more than one ore per hit. Okay, we are skipping. We put this one in here. And we can go with... No. That. Do I want more towers? Problem is that at max it can cover 3 tiles of path if I put it in here. And chances that I will be able to wrap a path around here so it can start hitting on this side are very low. But still, I think we will need some help here. That is a better path to place a tower there. Right away. Let's take that. Let's place a tower. And let's see. Start with that. Actually, now Quagmire can trigger the Aegis, and that is suboptimal because I can miss a high damage attack from a tower because of that. That is not particularly exciting. 5 armor on commander. That can help me survive a few things. $350 or also can help me survive a few things. Let's try to go with that. We are not dealing with boxers this time. It's the teleporter dudes. Teleporter dudes are not as scary as boxers, so let me put a tower here. Let me cast that. Now we want this. We want that. We definitely want that. We want that. And let's go. Well, we definitely go for this one. Mm-hmm. 40 ore per day. Let's go. Quick. Slow HP regeneration. Should be alright. Oh wow, this is becoming quite a strong path. That's good. We can go this way and hopefully reuse one of these towers. So let's try that. Gains 2% rate of fire for 3 seconds, stacks up to 25 times, so up to 50% rate of fire. Assuming I can attack more than once in 3 seconds. So let's go for that. And let's check how well it will work. So we'll get a tower here, we'll dig. Let's go with that. Fire rate, damage, reroll, fire rate, quagmire. Okay. Skip. By the way, I want that on you. That is good. Okay, next wave, no problem whatsoever. This should be alright, although then average speed, so should be alright. Hexers. These are scary guys. Knight 14 Hexers has ended a few of my runs already. I don't have that many towers, so one of them, no, like a couple of them gets hexed, and suddenly a whole lot of enemies are reaching my commander. Two anomalies is probably better than two dig sites. Also, this is a nice path for a Tremor tower. Since they're hexers, I would benefit from as many towers as possible, more than from making towers stronger. Hopefully we can do it. Let's see. I think we're right. So one might say, like, hey, there is an anomaly that is a better terrain, but if I put a tower here, I will cover only 1 to 3 tiles. Here, a tower would cover 4 tiles. Which is like more by a third of a covered terrain, so potentially more like of 33% DPS increase. So like is as the crudest approximation, so that would be a better terrain. And I can put a tower here or here. No, actually that is better. Like that I cover 5 tiles and I have better fire rate. A lot of health, aegis, armor, but it seems that we are surviving it. Well, this is not useful for us because we don't attack that often. That is, we don't have high critical hit chance, so no. That is always good, but we don't lack that much health, and 600 ore is better than 300 ore, so let's click here instead. Our crit chance is 0. Is it time to start growing it? Don't know. I do want to strengthen a little bit my backline. These are good upgrades, but they are common, and instead of them, something more interesting might appear next wave if I don't lock them. I chose this one because I would like the possibility to turn the path this way and use this terrain better. Day 17, so 18 bonus ore at the end of each night. It would take me, what, almost 6 nights to pay for itself. And in 6 nights, the game basically will be done, so not sure it's worth it. So they don't seem to be scary. This one has teleport, but not that much health and is slow. This one has runner, so that is always a little bit spooky, but doesn't have that much shield or health, so should be no problem. This one, not that much shield, low armor, not that much shield, health, so should be no problem. Slime and ooze spawn. Not that much health, not that much armor, should be no problem. So I think we're in good state. Allows refinery to attack with processing waste. Shots have +1 bonus damage for every 6 ore stored. Wow. So refineries can fight. So okay, I'm not buying any more economy upgrades. I do have a suspicion that the hero, what's your name? The Surveyor. That the Surveyor has a special type of economy upgrade, which is a little bit stronger than that of the other heroes. Crusher unique, an explosive attack. That is the must-have for Crusher. You can lose 40% damage, but you gain in splash, and so now you can actually deal with waves of enemies with. But I don't have Crusher, so don't need it. 8%, I can go for it. Quagmire unique. The slowing effect of Quagmire is increased by 4%. Yes, please. Let's go. Doesn't matter that much. I don't think I will be building anything there. Okay, Quagmire becomes a scary thing. 38 damage per second and decreases movement speed by 14% for 6 seconds. So a force to be reckoned with. Next one. Prism. The boss has Aegis, has little amount of armor, not so high health, not so high shield. Don't see any problems dealing with them. Wait, where are the health bars? Health bars has disappeared. Did I press something? I am not certain. This is a fork in the road, so I guess let's go here. As I said, Quagmire does quite a lot of damage over time at this point. Increasing it by 50%. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. So it is worth 38 for 6 seconds. So 38 times, let's say 40 times 6, 240 damage. Adds 120 damage to each instance. And the demons have some do have amount of health comparable with the number 120. Others have some absolutely ridiculous numbers of in their health and shield. So I think that would be stronger. I am yet to see legendary upgrade for Tremor. Okay, health bars are back. Maybe they were just not noticeable on the prisms before. Ten. I'm at 27% critical chance, not that bad. Ooh, if only I had it way back ago. Nothing. Am I biting now my elbows for not taking this 50% more damage over time effect? Maybe. Maybe. I think we should be fine though. That is just way too good of a spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 is probably the best path, the best coverage we can have for Tremor. Not sure we can ever have 8. So our last set of shopping. Here it is. The Tremor has 35% chance to perform an extra attack immediately after attacking. Can we afford it? We can sell it for 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quick math, 3/4. Should be what, 600? I think we can afford it. Yes. Yay! We can afford one more. And we can sell these guys as well, because we have solo Tremor run, of course. Let me take a screenshot of that. And that's refinery orange. Okay, we already saw that. Increase crit chance. Yeah. 35 crit chance is not that bad at all. Okay, here it goes, our last wave. And we did it! As we said, Tremors are very strong.